A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to some more, well, Hot Wheels Hilarity D.I.Y. This is basically the second time that I have done this so far, so I pretty much know what to expect going forward, but the main thing is, there actually are a lot of unique opportunities that I feel the need to take up on over the next couple of months. And as a result, here we are again with some more stuff relating to some DIY action, and let's go on ahead and talk a little bit about creating our own multi-lane raceway. Now, if you haven't already noticed before, there were some HWH episodes I've had throughout the last 3 years that involved multi-lane raceways and custom projects that I have basically put up as a way of putting this unique concept in action. So the main thing is, I've done this exact sort of thing before where I've basically put in up to 10 different lanes of straight track together, somewhat like this, pretty much, where I just have them put as closely together as possible and then just have them, well, boxed into something. Typically, I would put up with something like a wooden frame, or I would even have something different. So, let's go ahead and explore a couple of these things here. So, what we got here are straight track and a few models that I've basically pre-selected for this part of the season. And what I'm going to show off right here is, well, this is usually the way that I have multi-lane raceways set up, and this is probably how a lot of YouTubers today will do it as well. So currently there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 lanes total. There was once an episode that I did a few years back where I basically made myself a custom 10-lane raceway. It of course involved 10 lanes of straight track, similar in design like this, but of course it involved a bunch of other things as well. There was a typical wooden frame that I basically had set up, but I have since decommissioned in order to utilize the wood for some more resourceful use. But basically, here's pretty much what it would have looked like in action. Assuming that the same exact sort of frame were still around today, then well, basically speaking, as you can, well, some of them are rolling off, some of them are not, but it pretty much is like this. So you could pretty much say that something like this probably was a great idea and all that good stuff. But there have been a couple of ideas that I've done so far as a way to basically bond these pieces together. One way is I basically use a plastic grade super adhesive, and another way would be the usage of, well, a highly powerful, strong sort of tape. That's typically what I've used to basically bond the pieces together, but in the case of, well, the wood frame, I've basically taken a wood frame that I had it customized according to specifications that I've pretty much done, and I've laid tracks like this in this sort of formation, so this way I could give myself the measurements that I've needed. And then of course, well, we're on to that exact sort of construction. Now, even though I've basically stated that I've decommissioned that older frame that I've used in the episode, well, let's just say that a new project is going to be inbound for me to recreate this whole thing. And it will be a lot more practical, a lot more detailed, and a lot more sturdy in a way. So this way I can probably bring back this sort of action soon enough. But until then, well, I guess I might as well do a little closing statement. So that's pretty much what you need to know based on constructing a customized Hot Wheels multi-lane layout of some sort. A multi-lane raceway of some sort that can probably be very comparable to most other existing Hot Wheels multi-lane raceway sets, but you can pretty much have it customized in any specific way that you want. For my basic, well, 10-lane custom track set that I made for that one episode involving a few different teams in different colors, well, I basically just used an 8-foot long wooden board and then placed the tracks on top, and then basically had a couple other things screwed in. So you could pretty much say that that was a big project of mine. Like I said, I plan on bringing it back at some point with some more custom detailed work and a lot of other things that I would need to put together before I can possibly have it reintroduced to HWH in future seasons and episodes. But until then, I guess I won't have too much left to talk about here. But I will have a few other things that I will be looking forward to talking about here on DIY as time goes on. So if you want to see more go down on my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.